Welcome back to another episode of On the Hunt with Myths and Mysteries. Ed?
Yeah?
I already know how you are.
Yeah.
We really do need a new thing to say.
Yeah, we do need, yeah.
Just ask each other random questions.
Oh, that's a good shout, you know. Like, whoever's bringing it in has to think of a question.
A question, yeah.
To ask the other one.
Alright, so
yeah,
let me just quick.
down.
If you could have a fight,
What?
fight to the death, you've either got to fight Silverback
Yeah.
or... one fucking one.
Anything.
Yeah, Silverback or a Grizzly. Which one are you taking on?
Silverback.
Yeah, 100%.
Silverback every time. Actually, I'll take both on. What I do, I'll beat the Grizzly with the Silverback. Oh, dear.
Oh, sweet Jesus. But no, this is a series where we talk about things that are current in the news right now. Unfortunately, there isn't really anything this week, so it is going to be a bit of a different, unique version of On the Hunt, which is twice in a row now.
Yeah. We always said with On the Hunt, because we're not guaranteed everything, like stuff in the news to happen every week.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we live in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
But, because mad shit happens there all the time. But I think with On the Hunt, it is, as well as that, it's talking about things that we want to talk about. It's off topic, well, off like the main podcast topic.
Yeah.
In a way. And, and it's pretty much we want to talk about what we want to.
Yeah.
Like I say, because originally this was going to be used for either like, the Patreon or other ventures we were trying to go through, but they seem to have gone up the fucking Swanee.
Yeah.
Which I ain't too mad about, to be honest.
No.
So, and, you know, people could say it was greedy of us because we were trying to do that to monetize it in a way so we could actually earn something from it. But like we've always said, it wouldn't have been actually to us. It'd have been to the podcast.
Yeah, exactly, to make it better, get better equipment and all that different kind of thing. But
you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, these things happen for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. So we thought, you know what? Give the people what they want.
Yeah.
For free, for nothing. As long as they fucking subscribe and like on our YouTube, then
that's all we ask for. It's free. It's free. You can do it.
That's what I mean. We want you to click the bell so you always get notified when we've uploaded. But if not, don't worry about it.
No.
A subscribe is a subscribe at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Before we start, I just want to say quickly, thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Morocco. A couple of days ago, they suffered a major earthquake. So, obviously, lives have been ruined, all lost. So, thoughts and prayers go out to all of them. And
yeah, massively.
Yeah, it's just... It's difficult because you want to say things like, I hope it can get resolved, but it's... It can't. It's nature, innit?
Yeah, you can't resolve Mother Nature.
Yeah, exactly. So it is a bit of a difficult one, but...
We're at the mercy of Mother Nature, so it's just...
And she is one evil bitch.
Well, no, I wouldn't say she's an evil bitch. She rules with an iron fist. Doesn't want anything.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah. So, no, thoughts and prayers go out to them. Yeah. Who would like to go first?
I don't mind.
Yeah? All right. So, what are we talking about this week, then?
Well, this week, because I'm part of a various number of cryptozoology groups on Facebook, mainly. And I saw, I didn't see who wrote it, but a few people have asked on different platforms about what if a skinwalker in Pacific are a cryptid. And the thing is, if you look like what, let me ask you this, Josh. Yeah. What do you define as a cryptid?
An animal that hasn't been discovered yet.
Yeah, that is pretty much it. It's the study of hidden animals. Yeah, they call it. But would you class an alien as a cryptid?
No.
Would you class a skinwalker as a cryptid?
No.
No. Same as that is generally how it is.
When I think of a cryptid, I think, like I said, an animal that hasn't been discovered, but also from this earth. Yeah. So obviously, an alien is not from this earth, so it's not a cryptid.
Yeah.
Skinwalker, obviously, is technically from this earth, but it's not a living thing.
Well, yes and no, because if we're going back through Navajo legends.
Yeah.
What we have spoke about on our on our Skinwalker episode. So please check that one out. But if not, a quick rundown. A Skinwalker, a Navajo legend, was a shaman, an evil shaman that can shapeshift into other animals. Their favourite was a coyote.
Right.
Or a coyote, as some Americans call them.
Kale?
Coyote.
Oh, coyote.
A coyote.
Oh, I thought you said kale. What was that? Okay.
That's a vegetable. But, so, technically, in that sense, they're more of a spiritual being. Like a human spiritual being that can transform. But what I must say on that, because that just seems very bizarre, and I don't know if I believe that, is sightings of creatures, humanoid creatures, same as the Wendigo,
Right.
same as Aswang, same as ghouls, and so many around the world. Everywhere around the world has got a kind of a myth or a creature what is humanoid but skinny, gaunt, has superhuman strength and is bloodthirsty. So in that sense, could there be a species of humanoid primate kind of creature that is real, but because of how ferocious it was back in the old days, like this human predator,
Right.
they think that because it's humanoid, that they think it was a human at some point and has changed.
Right.
So that's why then they came up with stuff like Wendigo, Skinwalker, and all that.
Things like that, yeah.
To kind of make sense of it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So in that case, Skinwalker as the Navajo legend, no. That is not a cryptid. But a Skinwalker as a humanoid, human predator type creature,
Yeah.
maybe. Because that's the thing. Because they're not scientifically known, they don't have a name, a genus, and stuff like that, that you're going to call them what the locals call them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a bit, you know. So in that case, it's a very much a grey area.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
But because like what my thing this week is what actually defines as a cryptid. And people who don't know, cryptids or cryptozoology, like we've just said, are animals that are hidden from scientific discovery.
Yeah.
Most famous ones, of course, is Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
They're the two main.
Yeah, yeah. When you think of cryptid, that your mind just naturally just drifts towards them.
Yeah, or Yeti or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, anyway. So with that, the way I feel how a cryptid is is, it's an animal that's hidden, but it makes sense as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I wouldn't as well class things like you said, Wendigo and that as a cryptid, because it is more the spiritually sort of, like if you go back through like what's the word I'm looking for? Legend.
Yeah.
It's more of a spiritual creature sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I believe a Wendigo is far more believable than a Skinwalker.
In the on the sense of how the legends work, I get that. But what I'm saying is like with Wendigo and Skinwalkers and that, there could be such a creature out there that is, like I say, humanoid, but like a real skinny, like horrible looking thing.
Yeah.
What can prey on humans? They're obviously carnivorous, but they're only known via the legend of that area. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
Whereas, like, Bigfoot, everyone knows about Bigfoot. Everyone's heard of Bigfoot, and same with Loch Ness Monster. But, so, because with Bigfoot, like, the big thing is that, let's say, people do get bizarre, and they say stuff like how they're interdimensional, alien, or whatever. I mean, if that's what you believe,
that's what you
have at it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I just find that too mad.
Yeah, me personally, I find it physically impossible to just step between realms.
Yeah, nah, because why would they?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think, like, the way I look at it is how they are, how people have perceived them, and how people have jotted down or whatever, have recorded them, photographed them, watched them. They just seem too animalistic to be to be a creature of a higher being.
Yeah, exactly. Because obviously, to be able to do that, your brain power must be tenfold of a human.
Yeah,
and a human can't fucking do it. So it's like, how the hell can they?
The only way interdimensional thing could kind of make sense to me with them is how they camouflage. You know, like, I know this is going a bit mad. You know, like how the Indominus Rex could camouflage.
Yeah.
If it was be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
That's the only...
Yeah, it's not actually stepping in between dimensions.
No.
It's just you cannot fucking see it.
Yeah.
Which is possible because you look at the animal kingdom, there are plenty of animals that are unreal at camouflaging.
Yeah.
Chameleon. Snow leopards.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? All these sort of things. I'm not saying a snow leopard can change colour, but when they're in
because they're in their domain.
Yeah. You cannot see them fuckers for shit.
But like we said, like especially with like chameleons and stuff like that, I mean, they're reptiles. Reptiles are cold-blooded. They can shift their pigmentation.
Yeah.
Whereas mammals, I've never known. I don't know a mammal that can.
No.
Let's put it that way.
No.
There might be. I'm not saying they're in. If someone does know, please let us know.
Yeah.
I don't personally know of a mammal that can do that, and I see Bigfoot as mammals because I'd see them as primates. I'll see him as possibly our missing link. Because it just seems so perfect how they're always so hunched over to then stand upright.
Yeah.
And I just feel like a Bigfoot like creature kind of marries into that.
Well, yeah.
Between, like, from the crouch to the stand up to the loss of hair. Like the fur. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is how I've believe Bigfoot is a possibility. I'm not saying it's definite, as much as I like to believe in them. I'm not saying they're definite, but I just think that it's
a plausible argument.
It's very plausible, and it's not so far fetched.
No,
I don't think. It's kind of the same with Nessie. I mean, I'm not saying Nessie specific because it is a bit difficult to say on that matter. But like, because all over the world, especially in North America, it seems like as well. They have got like Champ, they've got Ogopogo, they've got Chessie, Tessie, Bessie probably, yeah. But no, they have got I can't think, there is a few more. But they have got kind of like the same thing happening there. A plesiosaur type creature.
Yeah.
So take Nessie out of it in a sense. Say Nessie doesn't exist, which I don't know, it could be. But let's take that out of the way and put these other ones in. Because also there's the USS Alvin, I think I vaguely mentioned, where it's, I think it is a Navy sub. And they went down, they was checking on cables. The underwater cables that pretty much feeds us.
Yeah.
And as they were checking, because when you're down there, everything's fucking dark. So it's pitch black. And they put on the spotlights, and in front of them, they say was something from the dinosaur age. They say it had a long neck, bulbous body, flippers. Plesiosaur.
Well, yeah.
And I mean, these are the kind of people that have no reason to lie.
No.
So in that case,
but then to play devil's advocate, that doesn't mean to necessarily say that is exactly what they see.
No, God, no.
Like, obviously,
what can you put that down to then?
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, like, your mind constantly plays tricks on you, doesn't it? So what I'm saying is they could have seen something very similar.
Nah, because they're trained to go down there.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is, right, your mind, like, they probably think they saw that, but then if they saw it again, they'd be like, oh, actually it worked. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, because what else would it be?
Well, I don't know.
That's what I mean. There's nothing out there, really, what could look like that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, that isn't... No, it very well possibly could be. I'm not saying, nah, bollocks.
But if you're saying, because you're saying that they're seeing so, they saw that, they described that's what it is, but if they saw it again, it weren't that.
Yeah.
But what would it have been then?
Well, I don't know, I weren't there.
But what I'm getting at is if they saw something in such description, to then look at it again and it weren't quite that, there's nothing else what looks like that.
No, I agree with you on that point. Yeah,
So what else was it then?
Well, I don't know.
That's what I mean. So what's the validate? What was the point of that?
No, because like what I'm saying is, if you've even 100%, like in your mind, 100%, that is genuine truth. Yeah.
Right.
But then, if you look at it a second, third, fourth time, whatever, you might think differently. With like, it happens throughout history all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. But like, you're constantly seeing, you think you see something, and then, but it could be the polar opposite of what you think you saw.
Right.
I'm not making it make sense. I know I'm not, but I know what I mean.
I can't imagine looking at what I think is a plesiosaur, then looking back and it's a fucking turtle or something.
No, because that is way out of the fucking picture.
Or like, that's what I mean. Like, there's nothing else that looks like it.
No.
You're saying it's a polar opposite.
No, I'm not saying polar opposite. I'm just saying.
You did say that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
You
No,
said
yeah,
it
no,
could
I
be
don't
the
mean
polar opposite.
No, I don't mean polar opposite. I mean it just could be something different.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. Because I just think there's nothing else that could look like that.
That we know.
That we know. Well, that's what I mean. So looking at it, think, oh yeah, it's plesiosaur. And then look again, and it's a fucking hammerhead shark. Just don't, do you know what I mean? Just don't add up, mate. But anyway, like, so you got that. So that's what they claim to see.
Yeah.
But with that, like with all these lake monsters as well, like how they all are the same but different in their own way.
Yeah.
Like, what's it called? I can't think. But it's more. I'm not saying it looks like a seal, but it's more seal-like in the shape. But it's got a long tail, and it's got like a whale tail, or dolphin tail. But it don't look nothing like a dolphin or a whale. It looks more reptilian.
Yeah.
But with that kind of tail, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, what is that fucker called? I think that's Chessie. I want to say that's Chessie. Oh, I don't know. There's so many of them.
Why are they all so fucking closely named as well? Pick something different so you can be able to differentiate them.
Yeah, I know, but you got to think, like, if you're going to ride the back of Nessie, you're going to, ain't you?
Yeah, true.
Because you got to think, Nessie just goes,
Yeah,
it, you know?
yeah.
And then Chessie, it just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's got like some right long stupid fucking name, you're never going to remember it. Whereas like Chessie, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Chessie or Champ. I mean, Champ's quite a good one because
that's a perfect one because it's not identical to Nessie, but it's so remember.
It's only that
I can't
rememberable.
Say it. That one.
It's only because it's in Lake Champlain.
Ah, right.
So that's how that's because it's Champ for Lake Champlain.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that kind of makes sense. But it worked that time. But with that, because they've already been seen. I mean, that's like another way of it. You could see it as well. Because, like with Bigfoot, there's nothing really in fossil records, apart from Gigantopithecus, which was a giant orangutan, pretty much, that shows that it's there. And you could say that with the Nessie, Chessie, Bessie, Dessie, fucking Wessie, Hessie, I don't know, all of them, Champ, Ogopogo. You could say that for them, because they were seen in fossil records, like with plesiosaurs, Elasmosaurus, and all stuff like that. So in that way, you can understand how they could have been. For somehow they've escaped the mass extinction, and I'm not saying they look just like what they did then.
Well, no,
they probably have
evolved.
Yeah, because I mean, look at the reptiles and animals that we have today. What was back then, especially like crocodiles. I mean, back then you had like Sarcosuchus and Deinosuchus. What were mammoths?
Yeah,
like one of their heads. I think like Deinosuchus, their head was like thick, and it was about there. And Sarcosuchus was even bigger,
longer. Yeah.
So with that, and then now we've got like saltwater crocodiles, which don't get me wrong, still beasts. They're still the largest reptile we have alive today.
Yeah.
But they in comparison to what was then.
Yeah.
So
but you can also look at like on the mammal aspect as well. You look at back then, like there was things like direwolves and shit.
Yeah.
You've gone from a direwolf to a pug.
Yeah, well,
I know they were genetically bred, but what I'm saying is the difference is.
But you could say that as well with in the Cretaceous period, mammals were very, very small, and then when the mass extinction happened,
they grew.
They grew because they didn't have any large predators to take them out.
Well, it's like what Connor was saying about that whale, wasn't it? Was it the Leviathan? Or like how they were basically just like massive, massive fucking sperm whales
with like hedge teeth.
Yeah, and then obviously the megalodon would have jammed them up.
Well, I could feel Connor burning because he was always on the impression that Leviathan was actually harder than megalodon.
Right. Well, whichever way it went.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is one of them went.
Megalodon.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like one of them went extinct, or like started to die out, so that they didn't need to be that big. So evolution shrunk them.
Yeah. Well, I'd say that was more for the fact of megalodon because with megalodon they fucked themselves.
Yeah.
Because when they were babies, they couldn't go out into open water because of larger megalodon. They were cannibalistic and Leviathan and animals like that. But when they were in the shallows, they had to compete with great whites.
Yeah.
They had to compete with orcas. So really, they were
fucked from the get-go. Yeah.
As soon as they were born, they were fucked.
Yeah.
And that's how they started to die out, and they either shrank or went extinct, and the next one took its place, i.e. the great white.
Yeah.
And the orca.
Yeah, exactly.
And like you say with Leviathan, they were whale eaters, but when the whale population diminished,
they obviously shrunk because they didn't.
Yeah, and they evolved, lost the fucking hedge teeth they did have.
Yeah,
they were fucking. I think they had the biggest teeth in record history.
Really?
In fossil history, yeah.
Fucking hell. Big Donnies then.
Bigger than megalodons.
Big Donnies. Big Donnies.
Yeah. So I think when that happened, they had to evolve. Probably, like I say, lost their massive teeth, and they were able to eat then giant squid, and stuff like that. So they didn't need sharp, serrated teeth to go through bone because giant squid don't have bones. So they could tackle them.
And then like you said, evolution shrunk them because it's like, well, we don't need the size, power, and all that shit to eat what we're eating
because
now.
You got to think using them jaws, the weight of the teeth alone, you'd have had to have used so much energy.
Yeah.
To use. It's just daft as it sounds to use that kind of force.
Well, yeah.
Just to eat.
Because even like on top of that, even though the sheer size of them and they're obviously used to it and born for it and everything, but even water, like water pressure's still going to be a thing for them. Do you know what I mean? So they're still going to have to use strength and energy to just get through the water pressure. Let alone.
But like you say, they don't need the jaw pressure or nothing like that because they're not going through anything with bone.
No,
they're going through soft tissue, muscle. All that, just clean.
Yeah,
they haven't got to worry about bones, so they didn't need the teeth.
No,
and they didn't need the size because they didn't have to eat that many whales. So go for a bit smaller prey, and that's how we get sperm whales.
Yeah, exactly, and just evolution just shrinks the Donnies.
Even though people still say they see megalodon today, which I just find bizarre.
Yeah, I just something of that sheer size. I know everyone says but the oceans, we've only discovered like 5-10% whatever, but it's like the sheer size of them.
No, I don't know about that,
What?
I mean, the blue whale is the largest animal to ever have lived, and they're still hard to find.
True, but what I'm saying, they have been found. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they're slow.
But then with the way the world's evolving, could the megalodon survive in these sort of waters now? Because obviously the waters are going to be completely different to what they were back then.
Yes and no, I'd say. I mean, it was between ice ages, kind of like what we are now.
Yeah.
In a way. And I mean, the only way I find them to be really struggling is the wild population because of how humans have decimated them.
Yeah.
But could they actually exist? Maybe. Do I think that?
Nah.
No chance. Not a chance.
Of course, there's like I'm not saying that and that bollocks. Of course, there's a fucking chance they could exist.
Yeah.
There's a chance any fucking thing can exist.
Oh yeah.
But
it's the likelihood.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I think though that there is some sort of mega predator? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think there is something out there what's bigger than great whites, that's bigger than killer whales, that is eating other cetaceans like whales and stuff like that. I think there is something out there.
There has to be.
No,
well, not has to be, but you know what I mean.
I think there's a very good chance that there is.
Yeah.
Like, I'd love it if it was like a mosasaur or something. Or kraken.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
But that's what I mean, because with cryptozoology it's such a pseudoscience, which means it's not a recognised field, because they're like all snobby-nosed twats. Yeah, I'm saying all scientists are snobby-nosed twats, because they're like, oh, why are you looking into stuff that don't exist?
Yeah.
But that's the point of science.
Well, yeah, bang on the money.
Isn't it? It's they get a theory, what seems so ridiculous, and then go through with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just seems like it's stopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, people are so busy with what's out in space, they don't care about what's on planet anymore.
No. No.
They're like, yeah, let's go and look at this star that we'll never ever actually see.
Or it's like, oh, look, there's a black hole on the very edge of our fucking solar system. Is it going to affect us? No. But if it was to affect us, how long would it take? 3,000-4,000 years at least. So irrelevant to us then. Yeah. What about that Donny in the ocean then?
Yeah. Don't care.
Don't know. That's more dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, didn't ask it.
Yeah. You're like, fucking hell, mate.
So, but I think that's what interests me more, is because it's here and now.
Yeah.
And I think with these kind of cryptids, like I always say, I find the most dangerous and most like creepy looking animals fascinating. Like, if I'm looking at a fucking, I don't know, a deer.
They're just little bitches, though, aren't they?
Well, it's not even that. It's just they don't excite me.
Nah, because they're little bitches.
Yeah. But give me a Komodo dragon.
Oh yeah, I'll have a field.
Or a tiger shark.
Yeah.
Or
predators, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a deathstalker scorpion. Then
a what?
Yeah, they're mad. Then yeah, you've got me hooked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think with a lot of cryptids, especially like Bigfoot, potentially dangerous. Nessie, not so much, but it's a dinosaur. If you know me, fuck, I love dinosaurs. But like a Wendigo type creature, and various others, even dragons. Like, yeah, because they're potentially dangerous. That's what excites me. Dogmen, like stuff like that. So, but yeah.
I just love how you describe a dragon as potentially dangerous.
Well, not always.
I'll take her on about like the mythical dragon, right?
Oh, yeah.
The big flying fucking fire-breathing motherfucker.
Yeah.
Potentially dangerous.
Well, you just don't know, do you? Maybe
you might
not.
catch it on a good day.
Yeah, you don't know.
Fuck's sake.
But no, like, I mean, anything could be potentially dangerous, I guess, especially at that size.
Well, yeah.
But then you go into like what we were talking about on our Chinese mythology episode.
If you haven't listened, listen.
Exactly, or watch. And but they weren't like seen as dangerous monsters. They was always seen as guardians and things to take into.
Well, they were dangerous for the enemy.
There weren't any enemy though, really. Like,
well, what were they guarding then?
Treasure mainly, I think.
From who?
Heavens and that.
From who?
Demons and that.
Well, then they were dangerous to the demons.
Yeah, but demons are just dangerous to everyone.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, like, for humanity.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what I'm getting.
I was going, well,
Try to trip me up, the cunt.
Well, you didn't say that. You just said potentially
Try to
dangerous.
trip me up.
Well, they fucking are then, didn't they?
Yeah, but I'm on about humanity. We've been on about humanity the whole time, really.
But what if they switch?
What do you mean, what if they switch?
What if they just decide, you know what, I'm bored of looking after these fuckers, let's do them.
Well, that's saying thousands of years of fucking Chinese myth just got up the shit out of it, didn't it?
It can happen. They just won't be sitting there one day and be, oh, fuck these lot.
I could be like that, anything. I could be like fucking Odin saying, you know what, fuck these lot.
Yeah, she's potentially dangerous.
Right, so you're saying the whole mythology's bollocks?
Well, no. In what way did I say that?
Because then you just pretty much said the whole thing of mythology is just then turned upside down.
No, I said potentially.
What do you mean?
You're telling me even the most friendliest dragon in the world hasn't got the opportunity to switch?
I don't know, mate. I've never met one, unluckily. I've never had a conversation with one. I go, oh, what you say, Che Lung? What you reckon today? You gonna be alright, or you gonna be a bastard? I don't know. But from the films, they seem very good. But Chinese dragons, I mean, Europeans, they're fuckers, really, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Anything to fucking Game of Thrones or... Well, no, they're very loyal, weren't they? Very loyal dragons in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, to an extent.
To their riders.
Yeah, to the rider, until the rider died and then another one come along. It's like, yeah, alright, nice one.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's just the way things...
But snakes, really?
Well, not while they were alive. Once they're dead, they're free then, aren't they, in a way? That's like saying, if I died right now, well, hopefully not, you wouldn't, like, have another mate.
Yeah, I get your point.
There you go. Yeah, try and trip me up now. Thing is, I get why you're doing it, because thing is, you're clever, right? Because you could trip me up on this. I can't really trip you up on what you're going to be talking about. Can I, really? Because I'm going to look like a right arsehole. Speaking of which, should we get on there?
Fucking hell. Yeah, okay. Jesus Christ.
So what are we going to talk about then, Josh?
Well, I'm just going to briefly basically talk about, obviously, this comes out on the 13th. We're recording it on the 12th, which means that yesterday for us was obviously September 11th. Obviously a well-known date, because it was arguably, if not the biggest terrorist attack of all time. Yeah. Which is mad when you think it was 22 years ago.
Oh, that makes me feel old.
Yeah, makes you feel really fucking old.
Yeah.
But no, one thing I just wanted to basically mention is obviously thoughts and prayers to all those that lost their lives, like the families of the victims and everything like that. But the one thing that interests me with it is, you see with TV shows and documentaries and everything like that, all about it, where it's still so questioned, like 22 years on.
Well, yeah, cause you got to think, if it... Like, when we spoke about it on the 9/11 episode, if what you think is true, then would you, then, as the government... Would you open-armedly said, nah, we fucked up?
Well, no, of course you wouldn't. Because there'd be a fucking uproar.
Yeah.
But it's just... What I mean is, like, all the facts are just pointing towards not true, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
and I know there are going to be people that believe it, like, ignorance is bliss and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if there's so much information just pointing towards... Well, that can't be right. How there's so many people that still genuinely believe it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what baffles me with this whole thing. It's like, I'm not going to go through the whole thing again because we'll be here all day. Yeah. But things like I mentioned with how the trade centers collapsed, how the Pentagon was just so perfectly, precisely hit so low down.
Yeah.
Or just all of this stuff, Building 7, the works. It's just like, and people are still out there believing that is 100% fact. There's not even like a splinter of doubt in their mind.
No.
That's what baffles me with the whole thing. It's... Again, I don't want to upset people.
Yeah, but in a way, while the truth is not fully out there, it's an injustice. So, in a way,
that's what gets me with it. It's like, why aren't people questioning this?
Thing is, I think they are, but if the government ain't gonna want to tell you...
No, I'm just like, take the government out of it, because we know they're never gonna fucking come out with the truth. But just like genuine public, how they're like, I'm trying to think how to word this.
Well, no, but what I mean is even if the whole public rally together and say, no, that is not right, this is what we think happened, because you can't put it into fact.
No, of course not.
Unless whoever they perceive who done it, which is the government,
comes out and admits
it. So it'll always be speculation.
Yeah, of course.
It'll always be theory until they agree with the truth.
Yeah.
And so that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Even if the whole public, everyone in the world
agreed, right, you're lying.
Yeah. If they say no, we're not.
There's nothing you can do, is there? No.
In a way, they might not be lying.
Well, no.
It's just the facts seem just so vague.
Yeah.
And it's just so like it can't be real.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. It's just.
I agree with you. I said it then. I 100% agree with you, because what always got me was how the towers fell.
Yeah.
They would not fall like that.
No.
I'm telling you now.
No.
That would not happen like that. So in that case, they should just fucking admit it.
But they know for a fact they'll be you'd never trust a government again. Because if you can lie about such a major catastrophic event like that, what the fuck else are you lying about that just goes by day to day?
Yeah. But to be fair, if you do trust in your government, you're a fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Mate,
you'd have the sanest, most calm, peaceful government ever. They got some dodgy skeletons in their closets, bruv. It's just fucking mad.
Yeah.
It is mad, honestly.
22 years.
22 years.
Well, let's say how many people. Well, it don't matter how many people died. There's a number of people that didn't need to die.
No.
That day.
And like I mentioned it on the 9/11 episode, the unnecessary people that died in like wars and that justified by this.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? So like I watched this documentary. It was like about Bush and his like whole administration, what they was like going through and their thoughts and all that shit.
Yeah.
And they were saying that afterwards, they I think it was like a couple of days later, everyone was saying to George Bush like, just take your time with this, and he's like, no, we're going to fucking war.
Yeah.
They were his exact words. And some higher up in the CIA said Iraq and Afghanistan. No. Or was it Syria and Iraq? No, sorry, it was Iran and Iraq. Neither of them
were
involved at all during 9/11. Like, not one of the hijackers come from one of them countries. So it's like, well, why are you evading them? Yeah. I know you had Saddam Hussein and all that shit. Yeah, but what did Iran do?
I was going to say, but even with Iraq with Saddam Hussein, that weren't nothing to do with him.
No.
That was Al-Qaeda. That was Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he from Afghanistan or Pakistan?
I'm not too sure.
But I think he's made, well, when they
obviously he's most situated with Afghanistan.
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure where.
His stronghold.
Yeah, exactly.
That was their stronghold, was Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So in a way, if they went war with them, then you think, oh, they're getting their own back.
Yeah.
But it weren't nothing to do with that.
No.
But yeah, I don't really understand how the whole thing with Saddam Hussein. Don't get me wrong, he was a bad bastard.
Yeah.
But I don't get, like, after 9/11, it was like, right, we're going against him. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's like, yeah, okay, like you said, he's a prick, but he's just sat there going, what did I do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then how they come up with he has weapons of mass destruction, which he didn't. And every fucker knew he didn't.
Yeah, he was talking out of his ass.
Yeah. It's no different nowadays with, like, Vladimir Putin using nuclear all the time.
Yeah.
We know, okay, if anyone's going to use it, it will be him.
Mm-hmm.
But the chances are he is not going to use it because he knows that's it. Him fucked, the planet fucked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we know he's not going to use it. But it's very similar with Saddam.
Yeah.
It's like, I have weapons of mass destruction. Go on then, fucking use them.
Yeah.
Call a bluff. Seriously.
It would be that point though when he does, you're like,
yeah, it's like, sorry.
We done go fucked up.
But as well, like,
hope you like having 3 eyes, kids.
But as well, it's like, during, like, obviously, they use 9/11 as the cause to go into, like, the wars in Iraq and that. Everyone else who, like, opposed the governments at the time said the exact same thing. This is going to lead to a major rise in terror incidents all over Europe because they just basically want to be left alone. And obviously we're invading them, so they're like, all right, we'll give you a taste of your own medicine. Especially in later years. Look how many fucking major terrorist incidents there have been.
Oh, mate, it's been ridiculous.
It's countless. And they always say the same thing. I mean, like, from the ISIS era, I'll say. Because Al-Qaeda, they just did it because they were wankers. Yeah, don't get me wrong, ISIS are wankers. But what I'm saying is, like, their motto was always the same thing. Leave us the fuck alone. Get your people out of our country. And we won't bother you. But we were so, like... Hell-bent on, like, nah. We're telling you what to do. So they're like, all right, fucking bring it on. And it's sad because it's not them that are getting hurt. It's the innocent fucking people just trying to get on with life that are getting destroyed.
Oh, yeah. People's like you say, with people's homes, they get decimated all the time.
Well, look at the invasion of Syria with the coalition airstrikes and that. Innocent people that have nothing to do with it, just because there's about a handful of ISIS members that potentially live in that village. The whole village has been wiped out.
But like you said, that's potential. Don't mean they were there.
No, of course not.
Altogether, do you know what I mean? Like, they were probably like people saying, "Oh, we've seen them here, we've seen them there," but it don't mean that at that point when them airstrikes happened, they were there. They would probably up the mountain somewhere looking at their goats. And looking like, thank fuck for that. You know what I mean?
It's just fucking sad.
It is ridiculous. So
and it's all just, and it's mad when you think like it all stemmed from that one event. It's just like a domino effect, but that was the first domino that fell, which was 9/11.
Oh, that was tip of the iceberg, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll just say it's just don't need for it.
No.
I don't know. Like, it all stems to greed at the end of it. That's all it is. They try to say it's religion. They try to say it's this, it's that. No, it's not. It's who's got the bigger cock. That's all it is.
100%.
Who's got more money, and that is it.
100%. 100%.
Thing is, like, you even like bring it to everyday life. I see people who are always so flashy. They got and people that are competing against each other. Like, I've got this. Well, I've got that. Well, I've got this. Well, I've got that. You know, they're always trying to outdo each other. I could not give a fuck.
That's one sort of person that I fucking hate. Is somebody who just has to be better than someone. You know, one of them typical people. It's like, you've been to Tenerife, I've been to 11 Who gives a fuck? Seriously, grow up.
I really couldn't give a fuck.
No.
Like, I've always said to you and that, like, it would change me if I won the Euro lottery. I don't know how much it is. Say 100. Yeah, say 100 million. I would still be driving about in my truck. What electric barely work and everything like that.
Well,
I find more happiness and shit like that. I couldn't give a flying fuck. I just think it's sad because I mean, I've even been seeing it with my own family, where I ain't gonna mention who they are, but they're never gonna hear this anyway. But they have been so engrossed in having money, in greed. They've got fuck all now.
That's what
it's
I mean.
like karma is a bitch.
Yeah. And it's like, why do everything you can to make money if you're not going to enjoy life?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, it'd be lovely for when you retire and that, but your prime years are gone then by that point. So it's like, well, what are you going to do with it? You're going to go fucking, I don't know, skydiving at fucking 70 years old, are you?
Yeah.
Or shit like that. You know what I mean? You're going to buy a tiger or whatever at 70 years old. Good luck with that.
But in a way, you could either bring it on to, like, with the scale, what we've been on about, like, with all the terrorists and that. Like, yeah, they're all saying they got weapons of mass destruction, so you leave them alone, and they extradite money or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What happens once they got all this power?
Yeah.
What happens?
Nothing.
They're just gonna get bored and create a war for fuck all reason.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've mentioned it countless times. The only people that make money out of wars are governments and, like...
Yeah.
What's the word I'm looking for? What would you class fucking ISIS and that? I know the terrorist groups. Do you know what I mean?
Extremists.
Yeah, extremists. They're the only ones that are going to make money out of this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll always say, oh, it's because of a political goal or a religious goal or all that sort of shit. And it's like, yeah, but it ain't. Deep down, it fucking isn't.
Yeah, they always say it's for the greater good.
Yeah, they're great or good.
Look what happened with them fuckers. If you don't know what about Hot Fuzz, which is a great film.
Oh, what a film!
Yeah,
What a
they always say they're talking about the greater good. And yeah,
like
they've just become monsters.
Yeah,
that's all they are. They are monsters that you hear in myth and legend.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just that they haven't got fangs or teeth.
No,
or claws. They're the ones you're watching on telly that are running the country.
Yeah,
just think of it like that.
One thing I have to mention, you've just reminded me of it, is the amount of fucking terrorists or basically just extremists in general.
Yeah.
And the amount of times it's like, oh, they was on a watch list. Even 9/11. I think, I can't remember which flight it was, but I think pretty much all of the hijackers were on the terrorist watch list. How are they able to do it then?
Yeah.
Surely the point of a watch list is, I know you have to go in and like sign something like once a week or whatever, just saying basically you're keeping out of trouble and that. But if they're on a watch list, the key word, watch. So you're keeping an eye on what they're doing. How are they able to do this shit?
Oh, no.
I'm not just on about 9/11 general, I'm just on about any fucking terrorist attack.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh yeah, they're on a terrorist watch list. And you just let them get away with it.
Yeah.
It's like, are you a dickhead? Seriously, I don't get how it
The
works.
thing is, like, especially with a lot of these, like, they're prepared to die.
Yeah.
How can you win against someone who's
can't.
Who's gonna do that?
You fucking can't. That's what a load of people were saying about the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
They're willing to die. In their religion, they believe it's like, this is just a pastime.
Yeah.
And then, like,
the good times are ahead.
Exactly. So they're more than happy to die. You can't win against an enemy that is willing to die.
No, that because you can look at that even in history, like when people used to fight the Vikings and stuff. Like they were so scared of the Vikings because of how they used to scream about Valhalla.
Yeah,
like how they're gonna die a glorious death.
Yeah,
like the Spartans.
Yeah.
You know, they're prepared to die. They're gonna die a glorious death.
Yeah,
like in like we fantasize, like we romanticize about people like that, like about that through history. This, in a way, it's no different to what they're doing now.
No, it's not.
In a way, it's just because we're living it, and it's against people like we class as innocent. That's where they're becoming monsters.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas back in, like you say, in history, you got the Berserker of Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Everyone is amazed by him because of his feat. But back then, if he was living back then, would he have been the amazing Viking, or would he have been a horrible terrorist?
Yeah, he'd been a horrible terrorist.
Exactly.
It's just, I fucking hate the human race.
Yeah. What do you think, Olive? Monsters. What do you think? I'll get because it just gets me out of the world.
Well, we put it perfect. I can't remember what episode it was, but we said the beauty of it is with animals, especially like crocodiles, lions, bears, whatever. Right? We know they if they get the chance, they're going to kill us. But they ain't going to do it. They ain't going to stab us in the back. They ain't going to pretend to be our friends and then.
Because that is what Steve Irwin said. He said, he said crocodiles are easy. He said that. They want to kill you, they want to eat you, they want to move on. People are different because they call you friend first.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember reading that, and I was like, cool. I didn't know Steve O was so philosophical. I thought he was just some legend who just jumped on crocodiles' backs. But nah, he was actually a fucking scholar. But it is right.
Yeah, it is bang on the money.
I mean, luckily, I haven't actually had to go through that. Like, people stabbing me in the back.
No.
Well, not a lot anyway. Have I? I don't know. Probably not.
I've had people... I won't say I've had people stab me in the back or like betray me, but I've had people that have hurt me in life, but I've never had out and out. Do you know what I mean? Like someone like you have fucked. I've never had that betrayed feeling.
No. I can't say I have. I might have. I don't know. If I have, I've got no hard feelings anymore.
Nah, couldn't give a fuck.
Just get on with it.
Just get on with life. Seriously.
That's what I mean.
Enjoy it.
That's what I mean. And I mean as well, because we toyed with it in the past as well, because I say we're getting close to the end now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like, me and you and a few of our friends have been right suffering mentally. I mean, I've been fairly okay. Been recent. I mean, today I felt a bit shit, but
is you?
Yeah, it's just one of them days, isn't it? It's just fair, isn't it? But I know, like people, they do go through some shit, like mentally, and it. What I'm trying to say is, it's like it don't matter how hard it is, like at the time, like because you always feel like you're on your own. I've been there personally. You feel like there's no one that's got your back. You don't feel like you're falling and there's nothing to grab.
Yeah.
But there are people, there are websites, there are phone numbers that you can ring. Like I say, because they always say tell a friend or a family member. Yeah, that is fine. If you can do that, fucking go for it. Have at it. Please do that.
Yeah.
But sometimes, even I've thought of this, when I've gone through real shit times, when I was really low, it only really took, well, you noticed, like you and Lewis noticed it.
Yeah.
It was nothing that I said. It was that you just noticed it. And you caught on, and thankfully you two dragged me back, which I'll always, and Connor as well, which I will never forget. But like you feel like you don't want to tell your family, you don't want to tell your friends because you don't want to burden them.
I was about to say, you really do feel like a burden. Cause it's like, especially with like family and friends, like real close friends and that, because obviously you're around them a lot, so you know their life and how that's going, and you don't want to add on top of that stress and pressure and all that shit.
No, and as well, or the other way, like they're going through really good stages.
You don't want to
bring it down.
Yeah.
You don't want to bring them down. You want to keep them on the high.
Yeah. So
then you do bottle it up, and then you've back yourself into a corner.
Yeah.
But what I'm telling you now is, like I say, there is websites, there is people, there is phone numbers that you can ring. I mean, I haven't got any to hand at the minute, and I think we will try. But there is ways to do it.
Yeah.
Don't ever feel like you're on your own, because you're really not.
No.
You're really not.
Do you know one way that I do know of a contact detail? MrMysteries@outlook.com.
Yeah.
Seriously, if anybody is out there struggling that don't want to talk to friends or families, more than happy to email us.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a vent.
Yeah.
Just be like, I fucking hate this, I fucking hate that, I fucking hate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be absolutely anything.
Literally, let us know.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, life is shit at the minute.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, unless you're a multi-millionaire. Well, even then, you could still be feeling shit. That's the sad reality of it. You could have all the money in the world, you could still feel like you're all alone.
Yeah.
But you're not.
No.
And I think that's the beauty of today's society in a way. Because even though it's because of today's society, people are like that.
I like it.
But the bittersweet thing is now it is getting so much more recognised.
Yeah.
That there are charities and people out there that is more than happy to spend their free time or work time, whatever, to listen and to help people through their shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even though you feel like it's no one else's business, it's going to be someone's business when it goes too far.
Exactly.
And
that's a prime example. As someone who's gone through it personally, I was one of them people where it's like, I ain't talking to no one. Why the fuck would I tell some random stranger my issues and that? Trust me.
It does work.
It is the greatest thing you can do.
Yeah.
Like, I promise you that. It might not feel like it straight away. It might take 2-3 weeks after.
It feels weird.
Yeah. But to get that weight off your chest of whatever
just to get it out of your head.
Yeah. Of whatever the hell is bothering you, you will feel like a completely different person. I promise you that.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
exactly.
Please never, ever, ever suffer in silence. Please, for the love of fucking God.
Yeah. But do you know what I found out as well? Like, it was a thing I saw on TikTok. Like, in the UK, one man dies every 2 hours.
What, suicide?
Yeah. It's just what is unneeded.
It's fucking ridiculous.
That's what I mean. Whenever you see your boys, I know, like, trying to be a man, trying to be a fucking alpha and all this bollocks. I don't give a fuck about that.
No.
I could not give a flying fuck.
No.
Just check on them. Just see if they are alright. Even if they don't want to tell you, just make sure they know that you're there.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, that is going to go a lot further. I can't even fucking talk now. That will go a lot further than what you think it will.
Yeah.
Which is a mad thing.
Exactly. Bit of a weird TED talk, wasn't it?
Yeah. But no, it's just what has got me. It's like people who I never thought would ever suffer has suffered, and
It just goes to show it doesn't matter. Like you said earlier,
don't matter who you fucking.
you can be the richest, most successful. You can have everything you've ever wanted, and it will still whack you like a motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the sad reality of it.
Yeah.
Of life, but like I said, the bitter sweetness of it is now there is. I mean, don't get me wrong, there could still be more.
Of course it can.
There could always still be more, but it is starting to go. The momentum is starting.
Yeah.
And I think if people do start using these charities and stuff, it's going to go further.
Exactly.
So yeah, if you ever feel like shit, message Missing Mysteries.
Yeah.
It could be, like I say, it could be actually anything.
Literally anything.
Anything.
But
And also, one thing, it don't matter how little you think the problem is,
yeah.
because that little problem could always grow.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially if you bottle it up, it will grow.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
It was just a little thing, but then the little things, they start adding up.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a fucking big thing. Then it gets into momentum, and
And
then
it struggles to break it.
yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like you can use an analogy of a fire. Starts off as a little speck of flame, but if
Limber.
you leave that fucker going, if you leave that fucker going, before you know it, you've got a wildfire.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a lot harder to put out than a little ember.
Yeah. That is it. Like I say, like, my worst point, I was getting up most nights, having anxiety attacks and panic attacks, thinking, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
I've had enough of this. I didn't sign up for this shit. And like I say, just for having three of my best mates pretty much grab me up,
Yeah.
just to let me know, just to drill it into my skull, because I'm a thick cunt. Just to pretty much drill it in my skull that it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think then that right G'd me up.
Yeah.
And like I say, I've been alright. And now, I could give a fuck about it. Like,
No.
like any little problem, I'm like, be alright.
It is what it is.
It's what it is.
I'll deal with it.
And have you ever seen that TikTok of it was like, it starts off with a woman and it says, who do you go to with your problem? And then it's like a load of men saying, no one. Absolutely no one. That's the sad thing. I'm not a big manimist or feminist or whatever. I ain't nothing. I'm me. But like, that is the sad reality of it is now. It is a lot of men have just, because of how it used to be.
Yeah. The so macho alpha-esque, you bottle it up, you're the man, fucking get up, deal with it, shite.
Yeah.
That it's
crippling them.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crippling them. Listen to Jordan Peterson. That's honestly, he's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
He has helped me a lot because he's gave me that fire.
Yeah.
He's made me realise that I'm a lot stronger than what I think I am.
Yeah.
And I've just somehow I've got to let that out. And I'll do that via Missing Mysteries.
Exactly. So, I think that about wraps up this.
Yeah.
Very.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh.
On a happier note.
Oh.
Look at this fucker.
Hey, look what's back.
The hoodies are back.
Look what's back.
And if you would like a hoodie, only hoodies at the minute, but they could come in many colours. Please DM us, email us at missingmysteries@outlook.com if you would like one.
Yeah, and we'll
get you sorted.
Exactly. So, but I think that wraps up this.
Yeah.
Very, very strange episode.
Very up and down, isn't it?
Very up and down.
Fucking wrap up, man. I ain't used to like this.
No.
I don't even like roller coasters, but it just seems like we've been on one.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a mad one.
But yeah.
But hopefully we'll have something planned for next time.
I don't know. I think I went alright.
Yeah, no, yeah, I went all right.
I know what you mean, though.
Yeah.
Like an actual structure.
Yeah.
We're basically just waffling.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I think this is one of our longest on the hunts, you know.
I think it is the longest.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Gotta appreciate that.
But no, like I said earlier, be sure to subscribe, hit notification bell, all that good jazz. Be sure to check out Friday, which will be a new Reacts episode.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the last Reacts video, I do recommend it.
Yeah.
Because we shit ourselves.
Yeah.
So, yeah, give that a good watch.
Be sure to check out the podcast on all various platforms. Check out all our social medias. And all that good jazz.
Yeah.
But no, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Happy hunting.